have to think and move fast. Stay one step ahead of Declan. If I make even a single mistake, there are no second chances this time. He murdered Nick, he murdered Dennis, and he'll murder us. If I can predict his next moves, we might be able to get the upper hand. Who he is will tell me what he'll do. Throwing a rock at his head could disorient him. Throwing a rock at his head could disorient him. Declan can't see me. I have to use this to my advantage. I should strike him on his blind side and use the element of surprise. But that'll only work if I can predict what he'll do next. Think, Sam. Anna's safe for now. I need to keep it up. Declan might attack me now. Declan might go for his gun. If Declan heads this way, I should wait here and ambush him.
Hi, Nick. Your boyfriend's smarter than he looks. Now give me that.
No!
Get off!
If I don't do something, we're dead. But if I do the wrong thing... I have to stay focused. Account for all the elements at play here. Anna's been shot. I have to take out Declan, and fast. No more mistakes, Sam. I could try calling for help. I could get behind cover. Going for the phone would bring Declan's focus onto me. But if the phone gets damaged, I might not be able to use it later.
No one's coming to help you.
Bastard.
No. Anna? Can you hear me? I need you to stay with me. I need you to... This is one funeral I can't avoid.
Sam, got a moment? I hope you know you've got my honest sympathies. If there's anything the Basswood Police Department can do for you, or even just little old me, you give me a holler, all right? For now, I wanted to tell you, we found Declan's fingerprints on Dennis's gun. Dickie's statement also corroborates your testimony. No charges are going to be filed against you. It's clear self-defense. Still hard to believe a man I trusted was running a drug ring. Here.
You and the Basswood police have a lot to answer for. A lot.
We do. Declan pulled the wool over all of our eyes. All I can say is we're all just people. Ain't no such thing as the Basswood police. Just people entrusted with power. And Declan, as terrible as it seems he was not always a bad person. My sin is failing to see the man he became, rather than the one he once was.
You were his commanding officer. You're the only one who could have stopped him.
You're entitled to your opinion. Everyone is. No, I do my best. Anyway, I guess I've kept you long enough. I'll let you go now. Look after yourself, Sam. Though I guess you always do, huh?
You can tell a lot about people just by paying attention. Well, I'm paying attention now. Hey, Ethan.
Sam, I'm not sure what to say. I know you and Anna were close. I'm sorry about what happened.
I appreciate that.
So, you holding up all right?
I can't change what happened. I'm trying to take things one day at a time.
Well, sounds like you're on the right path. Listen, next time you're at the Haven, let me buy you a beer, all right?
I'll probably take you up on that. I don't think talking is going to make either of us feel any better. He looks so lost. It's been a rough week.
Yes, it has. Maybe the roughest I have ever seen. And I've lived almost twice as long as you.
It's making you think it's finally time to retire, huh?
Of course, you could tell. You've always been the best at finding hard truths. First Nick, then Dennis, now Anna. Everyone's gone. I'm not sure where I'll go from here. What about you? Did you have time to consider what comes next?
I'm not planning to stay in town. Nothing for me here anymore.
Hard to blame you. I might leave as well, if I'm being honest. You said you need to ride until you can't anymore. Well, I don't think I can now.
Any idea where you'd go?
None. But I have money saved for retirement. I could waste it traveling with my mother, see the world, live life instead of writing about it, you might think about doing the same. Life is short and fleeting, like the sunset. If you pay attention, it can be beautiful. If you don't, it's gone before you even know it happened. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Make sure to look after yourself, Samuel.
Hey, Muley.
Bug.
I'm sorry about Anna. I can't believe so many people... I'm sorry about her.
How are you handling all this?
I don't know. Sad, I guess. I wish I hadn't given Anna such a hard time before. She didn't want to be a stepmother, and, well, I didn't want to be a stepdaughter. Now, I don't know. I'll never know if it could have been okay. I'm glad you found out what happened to my dad.
You were right on the money. I'll give you that.
And I'm glad the guy who did it didn't get away with it. It just... If I hadn't said anything, this wouldn't have happened to Anna. But I was so mad about my dad. So mad that I couldn't even cry. Well, I couldn't until now. Until I finally knew what happened. And that makes me feel selfish. Like all of this happened because of me.
It's not your fault.
Just so many people that I loved are just...
Gone?
Sam. Of course, she just walks off. I don't know how to reach that girl. It was hard before, but now she's completely shut me out.
It's not surprising, given what happened. This town is no place for a teenager. Kathy, now is the time to get out of Basswood.
You don't understand. It's not that easy to leave. You've always managed to get Joan to talk to you. Any advice?
Kathy, when did you start taking opioids?
What? What does that have to do with...
What do you think happens if someone finds out and reports you? You could lose your job.
How dare you? You don't know anything about what I've been through.
I don't, but it doesn't change the facts. You need to get help.
Oh, and who's gonna look after Joan in the meantime? Who'll pay for the treatment, huh?
Don't you have family in the region?
Well, there is my sister down in Virginia, but
But you're not on good terms, Joan told me. Still, you don't have a choice if you intend to keep custody of her.
You've always been a cold-hearted asshole. You know that? Do her a favor and forget about us for good this time.
I'll leave them to it. Not the type of situation I can help with anyways.
Sam, we really have to stop meeting like this. Did you change your hair? You seem different.
It should have been me. I'm so sorry. Joe, I'm so...
Promised. You promised you'd keep her safe. I knew she was in danger. Your poker face has always been crap, but I trusted you. Thought you'd keep her safe. Thought you cared for her, but you didn't.
No one could have stopped Anna from doing the right thing.
I should have at least tried. Sam, you're the only one who might know the pain I'm going through.
Anna did what she thought was right. She made a difference. The town's better for it.
The town can go to hell.
Anna was words. You spend your whole life devoted to them, yet they fail you when you need them most. I miss her. And I don't think I have anything else.
I think you managed to give voice to the feelings of many of us here. You mind if I speak a little? I didn't know her as well as most of you.
Of course. Anyone can speak if they want to.
I only knew Anna for a few years. But within that short time, she impressed me with her strength. She understood what really mattered wasn't herself, but something greater. The community around her, her friends, her loved ones. She was a true defender of the common good. The kind of person who's always looking after whoever is standing next to her. She was fearless. You only needed to look her in the eyes for a few seconds.
Common good. I've heard that before.
Common good shit, right?
I know what she'll say. Calm down. Think of the common good.
Don't understand.
It's not that easy to leave.
Kathy, could she be the supplier?
Get out the way.
Something's missing. How did Declan know I was meeting Dennis?
You messed up Dennis pretty good last night.
Go check on Joan.
Who overheard me and Dennis talking? Who told Declan?
Your barroom brawl. Be best to prevent you from following that other man outside.
Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
Nick suspected a drug ring flourished after the mine closed.
I was afraid you'd end up like your friend. Good. Compromising was never her way. She was ready to pay the ultimate price if it meant getting the truth out. Because Basswood meant more to her than her own life. We will honor her memory by keeping what she fought for. This community together. It's the least she deserves.
There's drugs in them hills. That would have been Nick's title for this article. He would have started with a self-deprecating tirade about how he couldn't resist the joke. It would have been a good opening. He never wrote that article. It would have been about greed, drugs, and lies. Nick was found dead on the side of the road. It was called an accident. It wasn't. Now let me tell you a story about the men who murdered him, and about the truth he died for.
Well, folks, I hope you got your seatbelts on, because we've got one nasty story coming up. 2 years ago, West Virginia, a small mining town loses its mine. Income plummets, unemployment skyrockets. The stage is set for an unscrupulous pharmacist to roll into town. Two years later, over 1 million pills were shipped to the small West Virginian town of Basswood, many sold right here on our streets. The article by journalist Samuel Higgs goes on. Information brought to light in this article led to the investigation of Hugh Kirkland, a seemingly respectable senior, who turned out to be the mastermind behind this pill mill scheme. The Basswood Police Department is now under investigation. How the small town of Basswood can recover from such a blow is anyone's guess. All right, time to kick up your feet on the dashboard.
Sleep a ghost whispers when I eat a ghost hunger, and I need a ghost wonder what it's like to be thieves that don't